You see them every day. On food, on clothes, on packages, on almost everything you buy. In black lines. Most people think barcodes are boring. But here's the strange truth. Those lines quietly control global trade. Without them, stores collapse, supply chains break, and modern shopping simply stops. And the weirdest part? Barcodes were never invented for shopping. They were invented because checkout lines were too slow. The problem nobody could ignore. In the 1940s, shopping was chaos. Cashiers typed prices by hand. Mistakes were common. Lines were long. Stores were losing money. Every item had a price, but no fast way to read it. And one day, a frustrated grocery store owner asked a simple question. Isn't there a way machines can read products? That question sounded small. It wasn't. The wrong answer, everyone believes. Most people think barcodes are just numbers turned into lines. That's wrong. Barcodes are not about numbers. They're about speed and certainty. They're about removing humans from decisions. And that idea came from an unexpected place. In 1948, a graduate student named Norman Woodland was thinking about that grocery problem. He wasn't in a lab, he was at the beach, and he remembered Morse code. Dots, dashes, short lines, long lines. So he drew lines in the sand, thin, thick, parallel, and suddenly it clicked. What if information wasn't written but scanned? That moment created the barcode. Not in a store, on a beach. A barcode is not a price tag. It's an ID number. That's it. The barcode doesn't tell the scanner the price. It tells the system what the item is. The computer decides the price. That's why prices can change instantly. And that's why barcodes quietly control inventory. But early barcodes had a huge problem. Woodland's first design was circular, a bullseye. It could be scanned from any angle. It sounded perfect. But in real life, printers smeared ink. Scanners got confused. Errors piled up. The idea was right. The technology wasn't. So barcodes waited for years. In the 1970s, laser scanners became cheap enough, computers became fast enough, and stores were desperate enough. The barcode returned, but simplified. Straight lines, simple patterns, less data, more reliability. In 1974, the first item was scanned at a grocery store. It wasn't expensive. It wasn't exciting. It was a pack of chewing gum. That beep changed everything. Why that beep mattered? That single scan proved something important. Machines could identify products faster than humans. And once that happened, everything changed. Inventory became automatic, restocking became predictable, sales became data. Stores stopped guessing. A myth about barcodes and prices. Here's a myth most people believe. Barcodes raised prices. The opposite happened. Before barcodes, stores priced items higher to cover errors and waste. After barcodes, mistakes dropped, theft dropped, efficiency skyrocketed. Barcodes made cheap mass retail possible. They didn't make shopping worse. They made it scalable. How barcodes took over the world. Once stores adopted barcodes, manufacturers followed, warehouses followed, shipping followed. Suddenly, the same barcode meant the same thing everywhere. One product, one identity, anywhere in the world. This created something new, a shared language of trade. No words, no translation, just lines. The part nobody notices. Barcodes don't just track products. They track movement, what sells, when it sells, where it sits. That data reshaped manufacturing. Companies stopped making what they thought people wanted. They made what barcodes proved people bought. And that quietly rewired capitalism. Why barcodes look so simple? Here's the weird part. Barcodes stayed simple on purpose. More data meant more errors. So designers chose reliability over complexity. That decision later inspired QR codes. But barcodes had one fatal flaw. They only worked in one direction. The limitation that created the next invention, barcodes, must be scanned straight. They hold limited information. They fail if damaged. Factories wanted more data, more angles, more tolerance. That demand created the QR code, which didn't replace barcodes, it extended them. The final reveal: barcodes aren't about shopping, they're about trust. Trust that an object is what it claims to be. Trust that systems agree. Trust that machines can manage scale better than humans. Those quiet black lines didn't just speed up checkout, they built the invisible backbone of global trade. And once you notice them, you realize the modern world runs on symbols you never question, and barcodes were just the beginning. Once you see how much power lives inside those simple lines, you start wondering what other boring things are secretly running your life. And once you start noticing that, you'll see them everywhere.